right by Biscaloo. Yeah, he's going to run out of freeway here in a minute. Where's he going? Where's he going? Where's he going? Where's he going? This is a bad spot to be driving like a maniac. Oh my God! Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Okay. All right, that was a good adrenaline rush. Now stop. Yeah, I was going to say that was oh, come on with the trees. No, 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 no. Hang on, hang on. Oh. That was a stop sign, buddy. Got a little something.
He's
Got a
probably
more something.
high
There he
off
goes
the
again.
helium in the balloons. What a goof.
I don't like these. I love trees,
Cops
but
are
I don't like
chasing him
these
down
trees.
because they caught him inhaling the helium out of balloons.
Yes, sir. Yes, I have IFP. Who is talking to me?
Thank you so much for Fox 11 out of
Christian.
LA.
I didn't hear Christian at all. I'm being serious. But I heard Lisa just a moment or two ago. Yeah, now I got you. Copy. Is there any PD behind him?
Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Woo! Hey, well, we're actually going to be right now in Southgate. That vehicle you see right there, they were in pursuit in the South Los Angeles area. Apparently, somebody saw this guy inhaling balloons. And I would venture to say it wasn't helium that he was inhaling. He wasn't making funny voices. They got behind him and a pursuit was on. But now this was in the South Los Angeles area. They lost the vehicle, or they made the decision to kind of back off. It was a good probably 15, 20 minutes later, that vehicle reappeared on the 710, just ran a red light right there, and the pursuit was back on. The helicopter, that's going to be the CHP helicopter, is actually the one that reacquired this and was following it. There were, there they are. I was going to say, those guys don't mess around. Some California, look at that, wrong side of the road, and the risks that we've been seeing. Sometimes we like to poke a little fun at these pursuits, but this one, really, really scary stuff. That's clearly a driver that may not be in the right mind right now. When we were on that 710, he got off on that off ramp. He kind of got squirrely more than a couple times, really high speed. That little Toyota Corolla working, and that driver probably
just whipping
that was
car.
not the best move. But again, that pursuit continued. Now we're on surface streets out here. It's a dead end road right here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, he made the dead end. This is always really scary. One unit from California Highway Patrol right there. Oh, he had his moment, and he let it go. But that's probably the better choice. California Highway Patrol, they do have the helicopter over it. Even if that car gets a little behind, they're going to have locations. Right now, we're definitely in the east. Well, it says Southgate, but I can tell you we're in East Los Angeles right there, and that pursuit continues. This guy is running red lights constantly, wrong side of the road, extremely high speeds, and definitely inebriated in some form. So this is an extremely dangerous situation. Now the center lane, wrong side of the road once again, and you can see those speeds. This is I'm just worried for the folks on the ground, the civilians that may be out there, and, of course, law enforcement. And I'm also worried about that driver. I don't want to see anybody lose their life or get some major injuries
in
on
the
something
comment
where
section,
you could just pull
and
over.
it's in the description, too. Wanted for inhaling something out of balloons.
Yeah, they have the sunroof open. We saw inside that front window
Oh, they do
more
have
than
the
a couple of
sunroof
times.
open.
It definitely appears to be just that one person. I'm super tight right now, just trying to get some better looks. But this guy is continually getting close calls out there. This is not just one off. He continually gets so close to so many of those vehicles running through those intersections. And again, these high speeds. Now, the California Highway Patrol helicopter overhead, so they're definitely going to keep an eye on it. This road right here, it's Telegraph, and it just basically parallels the freeways. But you know what? He's doing 60 miles an hour. Luckily, this portion right here doesn't have a lot of traffic on it, but you know that there's going to be another intersection coming up. This guy has not even really slowed down for some of these red lights. My concern, somebody's going to be just driving, doing the drive, not expecting somebody going 70 miles an hour to appear out of nowhere. You got the green light, you're going to take the green light. Wrong side of the road again. You can see all these
He's
cars
going to
waiting.
take a yellow
that was
light.
lucky. At least that one was probably just turned green. California Highway Patrol, their vehicles still on the ground, cutting a corner right there. But look at that. What is that?
Oh, my God.
Oh, come on. I hope they didn't hit each other. But boy, that was super close. And this guy's just kind of cutting around him, saying, hey, thank you for that. Going through
Holy
an alleyway.
crap.
I kind of wonder if maybe he knows where he's going, because that seemed a little bit deliberate where he was going right there, back into another residential neighborhood. He's got to know that he cannot outrun the helicopter. But continually with these very high-risk maneuvers. Seems like we're getting back onto the 5 freeway right now. California Highway Patrol, I know they have vehicles nearby, close by, trying to get to aid that one that was the only one that was behind them. Let's see if they pick it up once again. Right now, you're going to be on the northbound 5 freeway. And
I'd be so scared.
The only person he's running from is his own demons. There is no black and whites behind him. There's the one on Telegraph, basically, that 2 that are going to probably be joining this pursuit once again. But those speeds, that's what really worries me. Oof.
It's like GTA, man.
Exactly. And, these are the calls that, the professionals
80 miles
get paid
an hour.
to make. And in this case, I think that they are trying to catch up. California Highway Patrol definitely trying to get other vehicles, other officers in line to get back behind them. And again, the biggest part is to get this guy to stop, but they want safety. They're concerned about the public. They're concerned about, there you go, a little bit of a fishtail once again. Those Toyotas, great cars, but definitely not a high performance vehicle. Coming off that off ramp at those high speeds, you got a little fishtaily right there. That's not the first time we saw it.
Well,
now we're doing a
going,
nice
buddy?
3-point turn. At least that one was okay. But again, where is he going? People ask that question all the time, and then sometimes I'm like, how are we supposed to know? But in this case, I'm really kind of wondering, what is this guy doing? He gets off the freeway. He gets back on the freeway. And you can see the California Highway Patrol exiting right now. They're going to be getting on that freeway, so they'll be up behind them shortly. And when they do, at least they'll be able to warn the public. Those lights and sirens will be on. But that reckless driving, I don't think it can get any worse if there's an officer behind them.
Oh, it can
that's
get
the reason
worse.
why they back off sometimes. They're just like, let's back off. Let's let that driver get a minute. Maybe we're crowding it. Maybe we're too close. But in this case, these speeds, 104 miles an hour. Look at that. Sky Fox doesn't lie.
Holy cow!
And using the Gore point.
He is speeding.
Yes.
He's not playing around today. He's got to get somewhere. He's got to get to them balloons.
Believe me. Uh, Under the influence, pretty much for sure. Again, you know what? I have to be honest. I am of that age where apparently he was inhaling. These are unconfirmed reports that we've heard. Was inhaling something from balloons, and that's usually nitrous oxide. I don't know the lasting effects of nitrous oxide. Don't know if this guy's continuing to inhale any nitrous oxide. But we can tell you is the reckless driving is a fact for sure. California Highway Patrol, they have to deal with this person probably inebriated or under the influence of something. And again, at these high speeds, that Toyota Corolla, we've seen him fishtail a couple of times, hard on the brakes. This thing is just going to slide. We've seen it. We know it. Here comes another off ramp, and he's doing 70. And a hard turn right there. At least he didn't fishtail into that other vehicle and making his way into the San Gabriel. Look at that. Oh, I just always picture the drivers of those vehicles. And again, I say it because it's the truth. Every time that happens, I tell you, my blood runs cold. Another dead end. This guy's been pulling up a lot of jokers in his deck of cards today. Is this going to give time for the California Highway Patrol to catch up? I'm going to stay a little wider. I see them somewhere nearby. But again, you saw the helicopter. That's going to be the CHP helicopter. He's calling out the same information that we see on the screen right now, giving that information to law enforcement on the ground. It's probably not just California Highway Patrol. I venture to say we're in the San Gabriel area, probably their own police department out here as well. But right now, the pursuit continues. Now we're in neighborhoods. Can it get any more scary for us watching? I can't really say. I just don't want to see this vehicle collide with anybody. Oof, that was tight. You know what? Look at that. Did you weave between those cars right there? Yeah, yeah, and wriggling between those cars. That's probably the best word. Another crazy U-turn right there, cutting off a work van. I don't actually. I was hopeful. I was like, maybe he's got a flat tire. Maybe something's going on. It does look pretty solid when we got at that closer shot. Definitely looks like he's in that vehicle by himself. And now we're back up onto a freeway again. It looks like a lot less traffic out here, but I know this portion of the 710 right this time of day, probably not too much, as I believe we're in the very beginning part of the northern part of the 710. At least the speeds are slowing down a little. Well, now we're back up into 90, but he's still going about 10 miles slower than he has been in the past. Maybe that's a plus. I can't really say. But right now, though, the freeway looks a little wide open, maybe a little suspiciously wide open. Maybe California Highway Patrol is there, maybe doing a little bit of a break. But you can see it now. He's getting back into the mix of things. A lot of other vehicles on the roadway. Those speeds climbing back up again. And the danger continues out here in the East LA, San Gabriel area. Definitely. Every time I see this guy go off under the emergency lane or cut through those gore points, I'm just that guy. When I drive that, well, I don't drive like that, but when I cut across something like trying to get on the freeway in traffic, I mean, I'm helping other people, but I always wind up with nails in my tire. That's the reason why I'm like very hesitant. I haven't, this guy probably didn't pick up any nails. He's going 100 miles an hour right now, a little bit over. And again, using the emergency lane, cutting through the gore point, flying by all these other vehicles. And thank goodness at least he's not getting very close. There's another gore point to other cars. When he does, that's really when I get worried, especially at those high speeds. You're driving along, you look in the mirror, there's nothing there. You turn on your blinker and you make that lane change. You weren't expecting somebody coming up on you at 100 miles an hour. And this guy, inebriated or not, he's still going 100, and somebody might look like they're just trying to cut him off. I'm seeing a lot of traffic. But he's in the carpool lane right now. I don't think that's his biggest worry, but definitely a lot of that. Now he's cutting across, but definitely getting a little bit more traffic out there, and this might create more problems or more safety issues for the public. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, my hopeful comment to that is where he's going to go is into a pair of cuffs and spend some time in a cell somewhere and not have to go to a hospital. There you go again. It just shows you. Look at him kind of swerving around there. That probably is not his driving. That's going to be the car responding. Kind of boxed himself in, but you know what? He always finds a hole to get out. Going out, we're going to do some more of that interesting turns there in that intersection, and the pursuit continues. As far as California Highway Patrol, I think they have definitely backed off enough so that this guy is literally just driving by himself. Going to stay a little wide there. He didn't. That's him, right? Yeah, that's him. So maybe he thought about it there for a minute because it seemed like he took a little longer than usual to get out from underneath that bridge. That seems to be the common move for a lot of these folks lately is you get under, folks meaning the people that are being pursued by law enforcement, you get underneath one of those overpasses and then you kind of park or you make it wait a little bit and kind of try to sneak out the other direction. Right now, though, looks like we're choosing, okay, we're getting back up onto Atlantic and Washington. So this area very busy. The 5 freeway very close by. We'll see which one.
I'm back.
Takes. I can tell you that road that he chose, if he stays on it, going to be very bumpy. But as far as him, cracking a rim or something like that, I don't think that's going to affect this incident right now. But the chase continues. California Highway Patrol, their helicopter's still over it. I think they gave their guys on the ground a little bit of a break. And again, we talked about it. Is that good or is that bad for the public? Now you don't have those sirens. It's somebody's decision that gets paid a lot more than I do to make those difficult choices. Look at that. Got some cones out there. And again, just trying to squeeze his way through. Dude, there's nobody behind you. There's nobody behind you. Just take your time, relax, get a couple breaths. And him.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, he's stuck.
Thank you. Yes. Copy. Yes. Yes. Oh, no. Oh my gosh. Oh,
God, it scared me.
And this is the thing. It's like whoever was in that black car, he's going to have like a little story to tell when he gets home tonight. But thank goodness it didn't get into an accident. Oh, are we getting gas? This is just getting more and more bizarre. I'm going to stay a little wide to see if he runs off. But if he's really getting gas, this is going to be one of those ones where you're going to say, we have seen it all. Up, he changed his mind. There he goes. Maybe, you know what? Maybe he dropped off some paraphernalia. That could have been part of it too. But at any rate, I'm not sure how it all goes. But I can tell you that the safety and the evading law enforcement probably going to be more of a problem than the original want where he was inhaling. But right now we're continuing on a little slower speeds. That's a good thing. We're in a neighborhood out here. California Highway Patrol, their helicopter's still here. Ground units seem to have backed off. Maybe they'll take that opportunity, what they saw right there, to get a little closer and maybe re-engage this pursuit. Oh, oh! I wonder if we are already on YouTube. Well, guys and gals and kids, we are. If we're up on YouTube right now, I can be a little bit more forthcoming. There he goes. He just threw the canister out. He just threw the
Oh.
canister out. Pine and 61st. Pine and 61st. I'm just amazed that is such a a thing to do. I don't understand that. I mean, there were other generations that sniffed glue that I didn't understand that either. But the nitrous oxide and continuing just to run all these stop signs in a residential area. I mean, we have the opportunity to take a look and see if somebody's coming. Got another speed bump right there. If you are just joining us, and I don't know how that works, but if you can rewind it, I mean, that little Toyota got a little airtime, very little, but definitely got a little airtime at a couple of points out there, making his way through some of these residential neighborhoods. If you're just joining us here on the YouTubes, this is Pursuit taking place. Right now, we're in Southgate. We're in East Los Angeles. Was in the South Los Angeles area. That driver apparently inhaling nitrous oxide. That's what got this whole thing started. California Highway Patrol in an unincorporated part of South LA was the ones that basically got behind him. The original, originally started chasing him, but I'm not sure if they lost the vehicle or there was traffic issues or they just decided it was too dangerous. But that vehicle popped up again on the 710. So that he made some good distance between where this thing started to where they picked him up again. You can see the speeds. I got everything up right there. I don't have to call out the streets or even the speedometer, but you can get an idea how dangerous this is. This guy just blowing through every red light, squeezing between a lot of cars. We've seen 3 very, very close calls, some really cool street art right there. But at any rate, we're continuing on right there. And again, you're going to say, well, why don't they have anybody behind him? And I wonder if he's going to get into another dead end. We've had 2 dead ends.
Probably.
Huh? It's a little turnaround down there. So at any rate, maybe there's a California Highway Patrol. Well, he made it home.
Uh-oh.
That's good. The dogs are happy to see him. Hey, buddy, how was your drive?
Good job.
Oh, man, you wouldn't believe it. Anyways, kind of on a run there, he's going to be like, no, man.
You got to go get some more of those cans.
Mom, I brought your car back. Anyways, that's what we're seeing right now. He's closing the gate. Well, clearly we won't know where that car is. And inside that home, I would venture to say that is his house. Going to stay a little wider just in case he pops out a back door or a side door.
Jeez.
But definitely coming to an end. I know maybe some people are saying, well, that was uneventful. You know what? At least nobody died. That's the way I look at it. I'm not sure we can start the stopwatch.
Probably in there, Mom,
See
Dad.
how long it takes for law enforcement to get here.
Patrol is out
but
after
definitely
me.
This is going to be one of those ones where either they are going to come in and door knock and just take this guy into custody, or maybe a parental unit might say, "What are you doing? I'm not going to protect you. That was some really dumb stuff you did there." But at any rate, this is what's going on. I wonder if wouldn't it be ironic if this guy was the parent was watching on our YouTube channel or on channel 11. But that's what we got right now. The dogs are inside the yard. The gate is closed. The car is parked. And the canister of nitrous oxide was tossed off somewhere by 61st and Pine. And that's what's going on.
Wow.
And that's it. I don't know what else I got for you there. What is that on the ground? Oh, it's probably a dog toy. Either that or it's some kind of it's a dog toy. I was going to say maybe it was a giant bullfrog. But at any rate, I can tell you officers have the location. The helicopter knows where the car went. You can see their shadow right there. Just waiting for the law enforcement to show up. But again, thank you guys for joining us for the exciting parts on YouTube. Now we're got to the part where we just kind of sit here and just kind of keeping an eye on the house, seeing if this guy tries to sneak out. You know, maybe he's going to go in there, change his clothes, shave his head real quick, and be like, "Man, I don't know what you're talking about.
Or grab another canister.
I've got a crew cut and a t-shirt." But somehow I don't think law enforcement's going to be fooled so easily. And at any rate, we're sitting there waiting for the officers
If
to
I was his
arrive. I'm
parents,
kind
I'd
of
tell him
curious
to
to
get
see
the
how they
heck out
handle
of
it.
here. The cops are
And
about to surround our
they
house.
are coming down the street now. So yeah, they probably got the address just like we do. So is that them? No, that's not them. On the majors? Okay. Yeah. And if you guys are on YouTube and you're listening to me and they're probably like, is he answering voices in his head? Well, we're going to keep that one to ourselves. Hey, they got some chickens out here. A rooster.
Oh, watch out for the
That's a
roosters.
good looking rooster. He's out walking with his gal. It's a beautiful day for a walk in Southern California. Actually, we're in East Los Angeles, but it's still Southern California. Yeah. Stu, this is not as interesting as the. Huh? Cops are nearly here. All right. Well, you know what? That's there they go. Here they come. I'm just kind of curious how they're going to handle it. And what I was getting at before I got distracted by the. I'm not even going to say that. Not even on YouTube. The attractive rooster. I'm talking to my pilot. My pilot. I'm not up here by myself. I'm not. I'm not a monolith. I actually have other people up here with me. Well, person, and that would be Dylan this afternoon. And I do have other people in my ear, but that would be on the radios. But what's going on from here? Yeah, see, this is the thing. This is the thing, guys. You go out there, you drive crazy, 100 miles an hour, cut off a bunch of people, scare a bunch of people. These guys are going to show up with their weapons out. And this is where things could really go sideways. But you can see law enforcement here on scene. And we'll see how this all goes.
Some people. If I was his parents, I'd be like, dude, get out. Get out. Wait outside for them.
You know, you're brave enough to do it. Huh? Huh? Yeah, that's probably when he snuck out. He probably was watching on the app and was like, "Oh, he's out. He's not looking at me." Yeah. Yeah, he just kind of bounded out and jumped in there.
Well, he's hiding somewhere.
I'm uh, I'm getting a text about the verbiage. Anyways, I like how the neighbors are like, "Oh, it's just Bob next door, running amok."
They got a pretty big house.
Oh, I don't have any internet. That's the reason why I can't join the chat. I was trying to join you guys on YouTube just to see what you guys are chatting about. Dude, just go outside. Come out with your hands up. See, Dylan, if we were CHP officers, I'd be one of these guys over here just kind of kicking it, and that'd be you right there with your rifle out. Oh, yeah, ready to always a serious one. Always a serious one, ready to work. And I'd be just like walking around, probably like, hey, where'd that rooster go? Me too. Me too. You and I both. Dylan's just commenting on how exciting this pursuit has gotten. Is that a non-CHP guy? Yeah, City of Bell.
Maybe they know the guy.
Ring my bell. Anyway, so yeah, now it's kind of just a standoff. I don't think you can just like plop into bed and
Take a nap.
take a nap real quick, pass out. What's he got going on in his yard there? Oh. Moy's asking me, Moy, you got to know what the one is. He was inhaling nitrous, apparently, and I'm back to SOS, so I can't get on the YouTubes, and I wish I could. It would be a good distraction, and I could at least make the time go by quicker reading your comments. I wonder how you get into like a place like that, especially since you closed the gate. I mean, do they bust down the door? I mean, it's going to be expensive to repair that. And do they have a door? I mean, you got the gate, but is there like a? I mean, when I say they got the gate, they got the big electric gate for the driveway, but do they have like a gate, like a door? What's going on here? What's that, like the neighbor? Hey, why do you got the neighbor? All right, so they do have a gate. You got to wonder if it's unlocked, though. What are those? Oh, I thought those were more nitrous, just beer.
Those are
Probably
some
one
huge
night's worth.
cans of beer.
Got the big old bag overflowing. Got puppers on the stoop. Dude, come on out, man. Just come out. The other dog's like, you can sense it. Okay. Dylan just said that the CHP just gave us a little bit of us. It wasn't like he's like, "Hey, Stu, this is what's going on." It's not that at all. But they just kind of give a little bit of an update that they apparently, and this is what I love about technology. I like a lot of things about technology, um, you know, but this portion is even our map. We don't have it active. But they can put their crosshairs on that house. I can tell you the address, but they can tell you the address. They can tell you everything about. They can tell you the people that live there, their phone numbers, everything comes up. It's anything that's public record they have access to. So there's a good chance that I probably don't have a landline anymore, but they can get a hold of cell phone numbers and they will call and try to get a hold of them. And I guess what's going on is they are making contact or they have made contact, and there's a good possibility he's going to be coming out here on his own. Hopefully he will. Um, I don't think calling 1-800 whatever is for a lawyer right now is going to help him out. You can do that later on. But just judging by his appearance, and I would venture to say it's probably going to be 1-800-mom, and get the help that he needs. But right now, car's back in the yard. Probably won't tow it. That's a plus. But him getting into cuffs, that's going to happen sooner or later. And hopefully it's sooner than later. Oh, you know what? Maybe it wasn't even tech. Maybe it was this guy was like, oh, here's the phone number. I don't know my neighbors' phones. Oh, okay. Apparently they're talking to dad, so he didn't call 1-800-mom. He's talking to 1-800-dad. He's inside the house. I don't know, man. I know I'm from a different generation, but if I wouldn't have walked out, if my dad would have been like, if this would have been me, and my dad would have either said, "Hey, you can walk out on your own, or I'll just knock you out and carry you out, drop you off. Which way do you want to do it?" I don't know. Maybe they're not interested. Maybe there's something bigger going on. Maybe there's another big fish happening. Maybe they got a ground crew down there.
Well, I'm gonna have a cigarette, y'all.
Oh. It's a nice gate. It's a nice house. You know. I guess they're going to put in an AC unit or something right there. What do you think? Put a window unit in the wall?
Well, he's talking to his dad,
You
so
think they got central air?
I bet dad's gonna tell him, "Get your butt out there. You done caused yourself issues today."
I mean,
Now
I
we
don't
can't
know
go
why
see
they
Grandma
wouldn't have
on
central air. Yeah, they got
Saturday.
central air. There's central air right there. I wonder what that's all about.
No, I'm just kidding. Just leave him alone. He was literally just inhaling stupid stuff.
Yes, Lisa. He ran inside the house. Apparently, his dad is in there, and his dad says that he'll be out in a little bit.
Oh, he'll be out in a little bit.
Define a little bit.
He's got to use up a couple more of those cans.
Yeah. No. No. I mean, for all we copy. Man, that kid is lucky. That's all I gotta say. That kid is super lucky.
Well, at least he brought his parents' car home in one piece. He didn't hurt anybody in the meantime. I mean, that has to count for something. I would hope. I mean, look at the chickens. It's the most exciting they've had all day.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, lucky he didn't hit anybody. Lucky he didn't get killed. You know.
Hey,
I mean,
stop
the stuff
repeating
this
what I'm
guy was
saying.
doing.
I feel like he's reading my mind.
Well, I mean, he was 100 miles an hour, weaving in and out of traffic. Got fishtaily a couple of times. You know, right, or just on an off ramp, lose it and roll that thing around. You know, and kill himself. But yeah, well, I actually was Pine and 61st, near Pine and on Pine near 61st Street. He threw out a canister out of the car, and I'm pretty sure that was nitrous. So yeah, he was huffing the nitrous.
What are you growling about?
Oh my gosh, dude, come on out. You're the next contestant. I wonder if that's like some sort of a Stringer wannabe with a little electric bike. And that helmet probably weighs more than the bike does. Well, now the neighbors are involved. He's such a good kid. Yeah, he's such a good kid. I don't know. Are you sure it was him? I can't believe that. Unless they were my neighbors when I was a kid, and they were probably like Him? Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Melissa's throwing her hat in there that this is that's a girlfriend. I'm going with sister. I'm going with sister. No, nobody came out of the house. Oh, I stopped. Honestly, I kind of stopped listening. Once I saw the chickens, I was out. Yeah, it was a rooster and a hen walking down the street. They were going to cross the road, but then a pursuit showed up. Oh yeah, no, I don't have enough internet. I was going to say I just looked down and I had the G5 going on. I was like, yes, and then I was like, no. And I'm going to do a little self promotion. Actually, I'm helping out my buddy that runs the page. Anyways, if you if you're on Facebook, which is kind of an odd thing to say, but if you're on Facebook, you can go check out Stu Live Crew. It would be hey, what do you want us to do? Okay, he's coming out with his mom. This is per our assignment desk. Anyway, Stu Live Crew, go check it out on Facebook. Moy's got to vet you, but if you go check it out. Just because everybody's yelling in my ear, Dylan, let's just kind of park with the front door where we can see the front door. So it is mom. All right, Dave, Melissa, you happy with this shot? We're going to just park it here. Thank you. Yeah, they're the Christmas lights at Christmas time, mood lighting when it's not Christmas. And they get to have some wind chimes. Apparently, my wind chimes annoy my neighbors. Huh? They do. I find it to be very relaxing. How do you know my wind chimes annoy you? Dylan and I do not live together. I will just put that out there. Well, we fly enough, we work enough together, but we at the end of the day, we just wander. Anyway, go check out Moy. I don't know how many people are still on the YouTube. Stu Live Crew. It's spelled STU, by the way. You can also find me on Instagram, Stu_Mundell, MUNDEL. Yeah, a little self promotion. Why not? What do the influencers always say? If you enjoy my content, give me a like and subscribe. I don't know what the subscribe part is. I have subscriptions, and I do take my meds pretty much regularly. Sometimes I don't, though. It helps me make better decisions. Man, it's too hot. I was going to say Skyfox, the new Skyfox can handle the heat. I can tell you that. But you're right. The AC's not loving the warmth. Right. I don't mind. Right. 6243 River. 6243 River. Yeah, sure. He's going to come out. Just like he's not going to take the car and go inhale nitrous and lead officers on a pursuit going 100 miles an hour on the freeway. Up. There you go. That's how you do it. Just a kid. Just open the door. You're going to have to move a little closer when he starts coming out. The trees are going to be in the way. Yeah, he's under the tree now. He's coming out the gate. I have a feeling they're going to make him walk towards him. Maybe just do the orbit. Wait. Maybe he's making it easier for us. Made it easier for us. There we go. He changed his hoodie. I thought he had a gray hoodie on. It's too hot for a hoodie. I'll get shots of mom in a minute. Just relax. Look how gentle they are. See? They didn't even tackle him. All right, we'll put you on the back of the motorcycle and take you in. Yeah. I would venture to say law enforcement. Yeah, it's probably Bell PD. There comes mom. I didn't have to worry about it. Mom came to me. Yeah, well, he's got his back to us. And he's also in public. I don't know how that all works. Yeah, he's driving. Look she's got a cat on her shirt. How bad can she be? Yeah, she's crying. It's okay. You can borrow the car when you get out. Yeah. Here comes the girlfriend. Melissa was right. Melissa, you were right. That was my car. You borrowed my car. Really? 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 Oh, got a little hug action going on. I'm thinking girlfriend. Melissa said it was a girlfriend. I don't know. You think it was a sister? All right. Look, he's even riding in the front. Ah. In the car, out of the car. If you missed it a few moments ago, now you can get the shot of him being placed in the vehicle again. Yeah, I'm going, well, I don't know. Because she just kind of walked out of the property again. So I don't know if it's sister or, I thought that same thing, but those type of guys always get the good looking gals. Oh, yeah, they do. You think that's dad? No, yeah, that's, you think that's dad? Yeah, yeah.
I did the wrong thing. It's unfortunate. It's sad.
CHP. Yeah. Yeah, I was just about to ask. Skyvox, Simon Desk, I know you guys are all glued to the screen, but I think all the action is over. Everybody's left except for 3 cars and the bad guy. Bad guy's still here. Okay. I'll listen up. Well, that's now we know where everybody went.
What, another chase?
Nordhoff and Sepulveda. Oh, he's out running.
Oh, well, I guess that's it, y'all. Thanks for being here for this chase. And until the next police chase, I'll see you then. Stay safe, all right? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye.